Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Yes, it's Friday. Yes, everybody, it's Friday night. And I ain't got nobody. Oh, I ain't got nobody on this Friday rainy night. Oh, how y'all doing out there? Hello, everyone. Hello. This is what we call it, love after lockup. Love after lockup, love doing lockup, love what? Lock up. Oh, that man had one of the cast members. The cast member are calling us deplorables. But what's so deplorable is watching all y'all mug shot. That's deplorable. What's so deplorable is looking at all these lawsuits and liens and loans. What's so deplorable is all these court dates after court dates. Yeah, we supposed to be getting black excellent, but what we're getting, mug shots. Now that's deplorable. Now I want you to swallow that. Since you want to say that the millimeter's deplorable. Hey, Linda Gamble. Hey, Linda Gamble, how you doing? First of all, before I forget, let me do house rules. And you guys don't forget to go over there with Aunt Debbie. Y'all know Aunt Debbie is over there. I just found her, you guys, and got to catch up. She usually do her program when I'm getting the children up, when I got to go pick up the kids during the afternoon. But anyway, house rules is that under the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance for such things as comments, criticism, news, teaching, research, and reporting on all things. And all things on Black Titanic Channel is fair use, my opinion, and just my co-host and my guest opinion. Don't take it so personally. It's just an opinion. Yeah, let's see what you. Oh my God, Sheila. Oh my God, y'all. Sheila's starting the day all right with a super sticker. Thank you, Sheila Aaron. Yes, Linda Gamble is here. Emu Potential was, I saw you somewhere. She's here. Don Symbol. Hello, Don Symbol. She says, good afternoon, Miss Black Titanic and beautiful people. Just saying hello and working a little bit right now. All right. Well, that's a blessing, Miss Don Symbol, that you have. And my heart goes out to Tea Talk with your girl. You guys, we got to continue on praying for fast recovery for her son. I know I just went through that with my brother. But let me tell you something, miracles do happen. Man don't have the final word, do they, y'all? God or your higher power got the final word when it comes to our life. So shout out to you, T-Talk with Joe. T-Talk with the girl, y'all. Shout out to her and fast recovery for your son and blessing and encouragement to you and your family. Sydney Great on. Carlos said Melody doesn't have the power to fight anyone, so I don't know about no pink slip. Well, let me tell you something. Yes, she do. We all had a power of putting who we want in our lives. I'm just talking about personally. Personally, I don't have to have you in my life. That's the pink slip I'm talking about. Yeah, she said, my circles of friends are small and get smaller and smaller. I wish you good, right? That means that maybe she done gave her the pink slip, but not to be in her friends or her circle. Yeah, her circle of friends. That's what I'm talking about, young lady. Emu Potential was, hey, Emu Potential was, yeah, did I put that up there for you, Sydney? Yeah, she gave her the friendship pink slip, young lady. That's what she gave her. We all have that capacity to choose who we want to be friends with and who we want to surround ourselves with. That is what I am talking. That's the pink slip I'm talking about. Shirley McLean. Hey, 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 hey. Pink Queen. Hello, Miss Black Titanic. Amen. And y'all, let me just go on. We're gonna be doing. I did. Mr. Page and his family was on my mind today, so I decided to do them again. Mr. Page is the man that actually invented the airplane, you guys. We heard about, said they in school you learned that the Wright brothers, these two white boys invented the airplane, but in reality, Mr. Page has never gotten recognition. His grandkids are still trying to fight for recognition for their great grandfather that really was the first one to invent the airplanes. And just think, if he would have got credit, those black people would have had generational wealth. A lot of us probably is inherit generational wealth if a lot of our inventions wouldn't been stolen from our ancestors, you guys. Yeah, so yeah. They are co-workers, not friends. There's a difference. Yes, Sheila. That's why I can give you that pink slip there. You get running around talking about me, trying to scandalize my name. Yeah, we're just co-workers. We're not friends. I can do without you. Yeah, you guys, let me going on get started with We're gonna start off with the Black history. Y'all know how I do. And this is Mr. Page. I'm bringing him back through. Y'all make sure y'all teach this to y'all children who really invented the airplane, okay? And then it's gonna lead right into Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm not doing Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm doing Kiki Jabbar. Kiki done gave her whatever. She done came on and she's talking about just trying to clear the air. I guess her name, y'all, is so much that happened behind the scene, going on behind the scene, y'all. It's funny how Kiki got in trouble, but Stormy always friends with that same dude. Yeah, I always say that, Dominique. Oh, Gemini, you guys coming on with the super sticker. Dominique, thank you, Gemini. Super sticker. Yeah, Dominique, I always say that. Why they to me, they do Kiki, they hold Kiki to a different standard. Close that door for me. They hold Kiki to a different standard than they do everybody else. Because even with the Dominique, even with the that Crime Stopper thing, they just ran that through the ground on that girl. And look at the difference. How they're doing trying to protect Hotel. They tried to protect Hotel. It was like May the 2nd when he went to court. And nobody didn't even find out about it because they were trying to keep it quiet. But the bloggers, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. So, but with Kiki, no, they just want to blast her right away. You're right. Stormy, right? Stormy still lives with the same blogger. I say that all the time. All right, you guys, let's get into Mr. Page. Mr. Page is his last name. So I hope all of you guys are having a great time. They've been having bad weather all over the United States, you guys. Kiki Jabbar versus the blogger. Yeah, after these videos, we're gonna talk about this. Some of y'all believe Kiki, some of y'all feel like Kiki was in the wrong, some of y'all feel like Kiki didn't do anything. We're gonna talk about it after the video. And thanks, everybody. Gemini and Sheila Ann, thank y'all. If you don't want it like me, take, and I don't entertain it, but then you gotta give me more. If you don't want it like me, Shout out to Van Rogers, you guys. Now look, she's one great mom. She's pushing Tilted Crown production, also on demand. A Tilted Crown production with Melody Sherry production. Friday night at 9 p.m., you guys, Eastern. So don't forget, y'all, Sharnetta World every Friday at 9 o'clock. Nubian TV, Tip the Crowns production. And shout out to Miss Van. That's right, babe. Promote your daughter. And I know you got to be a proud mother. Tilted Crown production. Shanetta's World. Don't forget, 9 p.m. every Friday. Hit that like button, y'all. So, black aviators, right? We heard of the Wright brothers in school, but we never heard about this African American man. Stay tuned. This is Black Journal. Make sure you guys go to Black Journal now. Teach your children from Black Journal. Why is he also not better known? Who is he?
What is also a strange coincidence is both men lived about 2 miles from each other during their lives in central Louisiana. Welcome to yet another interesting video segment. Today we are taking a dive at the forgotten black aviator who soared the sky before the Wright brothers. Before we continue, be kind as to hit that like button and support us further by sharing video with your families and friends to keep spreading our eye-opening black narrative. Also subscribe to help in building the rising membership of this channel. Your support counts a great deal. Now come with me, this is going to be touching. In the annals of aviation history, Charles Frederick Paige's name has been conspicuously absent, overshadowed by more celebrated figures like the Wright brothers. Yet, his story is one of remarkable innovation and unyielding resilience in the face of systemic racial oppression. Born into the harrowing reality of slavery, Paige taught himself to read and write and ventured into the realm of aviation, patenting an airship in 1906. A feat that absolutely predates the Wright brothers' patent. The significance of Paige's invention cannot be overstated. It was not merely an airship. It symbolized a technological breakthrough and a bold leap into a future where flight would become a pivotal part of human progress. However, Paige's achievement took place against the backdrop of the Jim Crow era, a time characterized by relentless white supremacy and racial segregation.
It was shipped, and something happened. Now, due to the Jim Crow prejudice of the time, we firmly believe that it was stolen and destroyed.
These were years marked by the systematic denial of opportunities and recognition to Black Americans. More insidiously, these years were marked by lynchings of Black people who committed the cardinal sin of becoming successful in the plain view of their white counterparts. This stark reality deeply impacted the course of Paige's life and work. Paige's story is not just a tale of a forgotten Black inventor. It is a narrative that speaks volumes about the eraser of Black contributions to society and the tenacity and ingenuity of an individual who dared to dream and create in an era that sought to stifle such aspirations based on race. His journey, shrouded in the shadows of racial prejudice and historical neglect, compels us to question and challenge the biases that have long permeated our historical records. In understanding Charles Frederick Paige's legacy, we must acknowledge the corrosive impact of white supremacy that not only hindered his personal aspirations, but also veiled his contributions from the world. It is a stark reminder of the countless Black innovators whose stories remain untold, their achievements unrecognized, due to the systemic racism embedded in our society. This is why Black History Month was created in the first place. The journey of Charles Frederick Paige began in the most oppressive of circumstances. He was born into enslavement. This brutal system not only deprived individuals of their freedom, then but also systematically denied them access to education and knowledge on the pain of mutilation and death. The early years of Paige's life were marked by the harsh realities of bondage, where learning opportunities were virtually non-existent for African Americans. Paige demonstrated an extraordinary commitment to self-improvement and education despite these formidable barriers. In an era when teaching enslaved people that to read and write was often prohibited and could even be punished by law, Charles Paige's pursuit of literacy was a radical act of defiance. He taught himself to read and write, a remarkable achievement considering the systemic efforts to keep people of African descent in a state of enforced ignorance. This self-education was not merely an academic endeavor, it was a powerful tool for resistance and empowerment in the face of oppressive racial policies. Paige's inspiration for his airship invention came from observing the flight of dragonflies. His family recounts that he would spend hours watching these insects, fascinated by their flight dynamics. The story goes that he would watch those things in flight for hours at a time, and I assumed that it's where he got his inspiration to build an airship. That is Joseph Paige. Talking about Charles Paige, who happened to be his grandfather.
They want to know, did the Wright brothers steal Mr. Paige's invention of the airplane? This is Mr. Paige. His invention predated, was before the Wright brothers, and they just lived close by. And let's just let y'all listen. This is Black Journal.
His family recounts that he would spend hours watching these insects, fascinated by their flight dynamics. The story goes that he would watch those things in flight for hours at a time, and I assumed that it's where he got his inspiration to build an airship. That is Joseph Paige. Talking about Charles Paige, who happened to be his grandfather, a farmer and timberman in Pineville, Louisiana. Granddaughter Katty Paige Williams heard the same story. At an early age, I was told that he had this invention, the airship or the airplane, says Katty. This observation had led him to conceptualize and eventually build an airship around 1903, coinciding with the Wright brothers' developments in aviation. Paige's innovative approach to flight was rooted in the natural world, reflecting a keen sense of observation and creativity. Paige got a patent for his airship in 1906 before the Wright brothers. But Paige's story takes an unusual turn. He planned to enter his airship in a competition for a $100,000 prize at the 1904 Louisiana Purchase Exposition in St. Louis. He took his life savings. He built a working model, tested it at his home in Pineville, and then shipped it off by train to St. Louis, Missouri, where he was going to fly the airplane in St. Louis, Missouri, and then become a chapter in all of our history books, says Michael Wynn. But the aircraft never arrived at the World's Fair. His plane was destroyed or stolen, possibly due to the fact that he was an African American, says Wynn. I think that because he was a black man who had the audacity to try something that had never been done before, it's probably one of the reasons why the model disappeared and the history was never corrected to show that, says Joseph Paige. Charles Frederick Paige's airplane was somewhat primitive compared to the Wright brothers. It did have its own engine for horizontal movement, but it actually relied mainly on balloons and was called an airship. However, there is no record of Charles Paige ever building another airship. But there is a renewed effort in the city of Pineville to publicly recognize his achievements. Joe Paige says he had to care for his family. He just never saw an opportunity to gather that amount of money again and deny his family of a decent living, so he never pursued it again. His granddaughter Katty Williams believes his airship could have won the competition. I think it was actually number one, probably found by someone who didn't want it to get there and was destroyed, or it was stolen, Katty says. Here lies Charles Frederick Paige, a black man who was never recognized for his contribution to aviation, but instead of giving up, he became a farmer and a family man. He made bricks, he made coal, which was fuel at that time, commonly used for, and it was a number of things that he tried to do to better serve the community, says Joe Paige again.
I think Paige deserves that whenever the Wright brothers are mentioned, Paige should also be mentioned to some extent in.
With original Medicare, you're covered for common doctor visits and other everyday medical needs, but it doesn't.
Frederick Paige's airship, an extraordinary testament to his ingenuity, showcased several innovative aspects that distinguished it from other early flight endeavors. Unlike the Wright brothers' fixed-wing aircraft, Paige's design was centered around a lighter-than-air concept, using buoyancy as the primary mechanism for flight coupled with powered propulsion and directional control. This approach starkly contrasted the aerodynamic principles exploited by the Wright brothers. Charles Frederick Paige's airship incorporated a unique dual balloon system, a radical departure from the standard single balloon designs. These balloons were not merely for show, but integral to the ship's functionality. The design allowed for greater control over ascent and descent, a crucial factor in the safety and maneuverability of early airships. The innovation lay in the ability to adjust the volume of gas in the balloons, thereby controlling the buoyancy and altitude of the airship. The airship also featured a hull resembling a sailboat, which housed the key operational components. This included a gas engine that powered a propeller wheel at the rear, providing forward thrust. Including a rudder for steering was another critical element, allowing the pilot to navigate the airship more precisely. The Wright brothers aircraft, which made its first successful flight in 1903, relied on heavier-than-air flight principles. Their flyer utilized wings for lift, an engine for propulsion, and a system of cables and pulleys for control. The Wright brothers' work pioneered controlled, powered flight in a heavier-than-air machine. The timeline of Charles Paige's patent is particularly significant. His airship was patented in 1906, 3 years after the Wright brothers' first flight, but before their patent in 1909. This chronology suggests that while the Wright brothers were making strides in one approach to flight, Paige was concurrently exploring a radically different path with his airship design. Writer and amateur historian Michael Wynn is trying to rewrite a missing part of aviation history. He collected newspaper stories, drawings of the airship, and Paige's 1906 patent. It's a story that truly is unbelievable, and not only unbelievable that it happened, unbelievable that it's being ignored until 2023, he says. Paige's invention, therefore, stands as a remarkable but primarily silenced milestone in the history of aviation. It represents an alternative route to the dream of flight, pursued in parallel to the more widely acknowledged achievements of the Wright brothers. The contrast in their approaches to solving the problem of human flight underscores the rich diversity of thought and innovation that characterizes the early history of aviation. The trajectory of Charles Frederick Paige's life and his airship invention was significantly impacted by the insidious force of white supremacy. Racial prejudice not only created systemic barriers for black inventors like Paige, but also played a crucial role in the eventual sidelining of their achievements. In an era where black success could mean a death sentence or an entire town being burned to the ground, to be a black inventor was a revolutionary act in and of itself. The most painful example of this was his airship model's mysterious disappearance. Scheduled to be showcased at the 1904 Louisiana Purchase Exposition in St. Louis, the model has yet to arrive. The prevailing belief, supported by historical context and family testimony, suggests that the model was likely stolen and destroyed, a victim of racially motivated sabotage. This theft was not just a loss of a physical model, but a symbolic erasure of black innovation from the narrative of aviation history. The climate of white supremacy during this era was characterized by a systemic denial of recognition and opportunity to black individuals. This denial extended to intellectual and creative achievements, where black inventors often saw their contributions minimized, if not outright ignored. In worst-case scenarios, racists would steal inventions, legally take patents through racist courts, or even assassinate black people in order to take credit for their work. This cultural and institutional evil systemically erased black achievements from mainstream historical narratives, reinforcing a skewed perception of history that predominantly highlighted white accomplishments and setting our society back in unmeasurable ways. The disappearance of Paige's airship model had profound emotional and financial impacts. This event represented not just a personal setback, but also a broader narrative of the challenges faced by black innovators due to racial barriers. The loss of the airship, in which Paige had likely invested significant resources and hopes, would have been a devastating emotional and financial blow. Confronted with the harsh realities of racial discrimination and the theft of his work, Paige was forced to redirect his focus away from aviation. This shift was not just a change in professional direction, but also a poignant example of the forced redirection of black talent due to racial barriers. Paige turned his attention to serving his community and family, engaging in various entrepreneurial activities. This change, though born out of necessity, demonstrated his resilience and adaptability. Paige's redirection towards community and family endeavors highlights a common theme in the experiences of many Black individuals during this era: the necessity to adapt and find alternative paths to success and contribution in the face of systemic racism. It is a stark reminder of how racial barriers not only altered individual destinies, but also potentially deprived society of the full extent of Black.
This is your Black journal. Y'all, I've been looking for this man, Mr. Paige. Did the Wright brothers steal his invention? We would never know, but it's all suspicious. Anyway, this is your Black History Spotlight, the Black Aviator. Before the Wright brothers, there was Mr. Charles Frederick Paige. I'm taking this from our show Styles and Spirit. This is Kiki Jabbar. She's back up and she's on her line talking about Melody and herself. I think it's about that trip in Houston, but fans are going in her. She's saying she felt like Melody did not support her or something when she's down there in Houston. But anyway, here's her story. Kiki Jabbar, you guys. This is Kiki Jabbar. So, I'm just thinking all these people that be on this show always want Melody to cape for them. She has to be, and not to mention on this show, I like to say that
this is after I find out what's going on, because I didn't even know what was going on.
Thank you, Queen.
I talked to my mom. I was frustrated, so that night I went straight to sleep. I wake up the next morning, and I'm trying to get out of there. I'm getting ready to leave. And, Mel was calling. She did call a few times because I was in the shower. I was trying to get ready to go. So I didn't pick up right away. But when she kept calling, it was just like, okay, something got to be wrong. So I answered, and I told her, I was like, I'm in the shower. I'll be right back. And she was like, make sure you call me right back. And I was like, okay. So when I got out of the shower, I did call back. And she was like, what's this, going on with this boy? He said this and this and blah. And I'm like, huh? I hadn't talked to him. I didn't know what was going on. So after I talked to her, I called my mom, and my mom was like, Keisha, I'm so sorry. I did talk to Anthony, and I was just like, oh my God, Mama. At that point, I was just like, damage control. Because then I had to go and watch what he said. And that's when y'all hear the conversation take place, in that moment, I'm really frustrated. And so I don't say a whole lot because I'm thinking and trying to figure out, I'm pissed, number one, because this was nobody's place to go and say anything about anything. That's a moment that was taken from me. I was going to have that conversation with my friend when I got ready. The only thing I did was vent it to my mom about what happened. And again, unfortunately, my mom talked to somebody she felt like she could trust. Because just like he did Melody, he would always hit us up and say, hey, if Kiki need this or if she need that, I got this or I got that. And that's what it was. He always act like he was looking out. He always hit me up and said, hey, how you doing? Everything okay? I wouldn't go so far as to say that we were like friends like that. And then he put out about the $100. Now, I did ask him for $100. But this is the thing. When we did that last interview we did, I told Anthony, I said, Anthony, a lot of people want this interview. But since you my boy, I'm going to look out, I'm going to give you the interview. I'm charging $500, but I'll charge you $350. Cool. He never said nothing else about the money after the interview. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe he forgot. And so I even asked my husband, I'm like, well, I don't want to offend them. Should I, and I got to get out of there. Should I just ask him for the money or like He was like, yeah, just be honest with him, ask him for money. I should have taken his advice. I didn't do that. I felt like, well, maybe if I ask him like to borrow $100, then he'll be like, well, you know what? Let me just go on and give you the money I owe you. Or this will be toward the money.
Well, somebody, one of the subscribers said, girl, goodbye. Nobody paying you for an interview. Laugh out loud. Oh, I don't what you say. He's going to come out with more recording. Another person said, oh, on that Facebook post, you said my soul is obsessed with Melody. Why put her in y'all BS? Yeah, the next person said, your voice gets high pitched when you lie. So they're not buying what she's saying.
That I owe you. And I would have been like, okay, cool. That didn't happen. And it's like, you know you owe me. You know we had that conversation. Like, come on, stop. Don't do that. Like, don't do that. For what? Just be honest. You know we had that conversation. But it's cool. I'll take the minus 250. It's cool. At the Everett Law Firm.
So you guys, fans are listening to Kiki and they are chiming in. And that person said, you got to do damage control. Then Sylvia Beasley, she said, we heard you on the recording, girl. We heard you also. Damage control would have been in denial, not coming up with a plan. Oh, wow. So Miss she is very busy. Seems like she doubting Kiki. So Yvette come and said, don't think that Stormy is being genuine, girl, because she's beefing with your cousin. So y'all remember, she said that Stormy did not forget about that label. Stormy did not forget about how how my soul was bashing her for $100. But anyway, Mr. Vet 223 said, don't think that Stormy is being genuine because she's beefing with your cousin. So of course she's gonna act like she's on your side. You better know who the real demons are and not be fooled. Don't y'all forget about in that spa. She came for Kiki in that spa and she was defending Tisha. But Louisiana chick said, oh my God, the lack of basic comprehension in this chat is irritating as F. Brown eyes follow up and she just something but says something about you need to quit blaming others for your fault. But she also believes that she would be good for the show. Yes. Well, did you ever stand up for Melody? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I heard a hotel screaming at her in the kitchen. You just stood up there and said nothing. I mean, nothing. Did you ever stand up for Melody? Chilling case says, Brown Eyes says Melody did not want to be there, but she doing her job just like you. Melody has learned to control her temper and ignore her ex. That girl is going through a lot. Back and forth in court, this man with this maniac. Wow. Then she got 4 kids she got to feed and worry about. Girl, please. You get mad, they say, because she was talking to your cousin. Grow up. Good point. Good point, she said. So then Miss Love 361022 said, just selling K, I was thinking the same thing. Same thing, girl. And then the next person say, Melody help you be on the show. That was your dream. It's really unreasonable to expect her to always be there and on your side. Girl, come on now. Yeah, come on now. It's just irrational for a person to think that she got to always be on your side. After all, you guys are older than this girl, I think. Why do y'all got girls need to lean on her all the time? When is she gonna have y'all to lean on? But anyway, that is just what some of the fans are saying about Kiki. Some of them believe her, some of them don't believe her. But whatever the case, Kiki is trying to clear the air. Kiki had a talk with Melody, and Melody listened very clearly. But Melody said, "My circles are small right now, and they're going to get smaller and smaller and smaller as I mature." Did Melody give her the pink slip? Let me take this down, you guys. Take it down. I'll be hearing y'all talk about Melody don't have the color. Say Melody don't have the power to get a pink slip. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Each and every one of us have the power to give somebody the pink slip. Yes, we're talking about our lives, y'all. We talking about friends that became enemies. Frenemy, yes, you do have the power to give somebody the pink slip out your life. That's what I'm talking about. That went over y'all head because y'all talking about some Carlos said Melody don't have the power to give nobody a pink slip. And I say, yes, she do, and yes, you do. I have given plenty of people a pink slip. That's why I've been divorced twice. I had two men I had to give a pink slip to. They were my ex-husband. Melody then gave a pink slip to her ex too. She's no longer divorced. So that's what I'm talking about. Because these people, friends become your enemy, and usually the friends that become your enemy are somebody close proximity to you, y'all. It's often found sometimes at work, right? Some of your co-workers at work, you guys start off real good, and all of a sudden you realize that this girl gotta go. I gotta get her the pink slip out my life. Oh, Lord. So that's what I'm talking about. For those of you keep saying Melody don't have the power to get nobody the pink slip. And yes, we all do, y'all. If your friend has flip side with you and she become your enemy, what reason do you have to keep this friend around? You giving her the pink slip. I don't have no reason to keep you around no more. You have told me over and over, oh, I can't trust you. I can't trust you. It's so much drama going on in my life right now. I have to eliminate the legitimate stress. Honey, let me tell you, I had to learn how to give people pink slips in my life. I had to go down. I was so stressed out one time. I had to write just draw a piece of paper. One side was legitimate stress that I have to deal with. Maybe a sick child, you guys, or maybe my mama was dying in the hospital, dying at the present. That stuff gonna worry you. Those are legitimate stress. And then on the other side was illegitimate stress. The illegitimate stress was stuff, people that I could get a pink slip through. Like, okay. Like this man right here. I got a motel in my life. I got to give you a pink slip. You got to go. Oh, I got a friend that I can't trust. Every time I tell her something, man, Channel 31 News, NBC News, CBS News, everybody know what I done told this girl. I got to give you the pink slip. That's what she mean, y'all. Her circle gets smaller and smaller and smaller. I don't need y'all call frenemies. They're your friend and your enemy at the same time. They fake friends, y'all. They are freak right here. Why do friends turn into enemies? Why? Do anybody know? Come on up and talk to me. Why do friends turn into enemies? Y'all got the thing there, and I'm up here. And that's what I want to talk about. And then I want to talk about the deplorables. Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde up there calling up the millimeters deplorable. Y'all know who Bonnie and Clyde is. Don't y'all know who Bonnie and Clyde is? Oh, Tisha, let me show y'all something. Here go the deplorables right here. Look at all these mug shots. Every last one of these people up here got a mug shot. Let's start out with Destiny Peyton. Now, Destiny Peyton, this is her second mug shot in less than a year. I think it was around October, if I can remember. It was in October sometime in there when just before Halloween, when her husband got her for what was it that time, y'all? Forging his signature on the darn utility bill. And I'm thinking that bill must have been really high. I'm thinking, wonder if she did, she had Madonna at the time. And if she was running that 24-hour lights, 24 hours on that business, I'm sure that was a hell of a big light bill. And who she charged it to? My ex, my husband, he could pay for it. That's right. Oh, yeah, shout out to Show Styles and Spirit, y'all. I had to give her a credit. I had used that little video on Kiki. I got that. So make sure y'all want to see the rest of that. Go to Show Style and Spirit, y'all, okay? If y'all want to see the rest of that Kiki Jabbar. Now, that's where I got it from. So I heard that Kiki Jabbar was interviewed with another young lady as well, another blogger, Prosperity Thick Girl. Yeah, she interviewed her last night or night before last. So if y'all want to see that interview, y'all go over there. She did an excellent job. So let's talk about them calling us the I'm going with number 2. Love and Marriage Huntsville Storm is still, right? She has a mugshot also. So they want to call us deplorable, turn their nose up at us, at the millimeters. What's deplorable is y'all mugshot. What's deplorable, like I've been telling everybody, if we tune in to see Black Excellence, but all we getting is mugshots and lawsuits, and that y'all owing people supposed to be millionaires. So Destiny was booked, y'all. Destiny was born on May the 1st. And a few days later, she booked in jail again. This time it's for fraud and identity theft. And I read that that's a felony, y'all. That fraud and identity theft is a felony. And I'm going to tell you, if you... Oh, Lord, y'all, I can't say nothing. That's part of my lawsuit. But if you ever been a victim of identity theft, it could run you crazy. You got to prove. I'm just go see if I be watching that stuff on TV, and people be stealing people's identity and charging up money all on them. They go shopping on shopping sprees, buying houses in somebody else's identity. Then you got to prove that it's not you. Oh, well, and then there go Bonnie and Clyde. Mr. Clyde called us deplorable. And then him and his wife both got mug shots. Mr. Clyde said that the time that he was in jail, let me see if I can find it, y'all. I hope I can find it. Let's see. I don't think this is it, y'all, but I'm just going to say it. He said the time that he was in jail, that it was for owning an unsafe building. Now, how are you going to come on national TV and say that you are this multi-million-dollar builder and you running your building so unsafe till they put you in jail? Now, these are not y'all, you can't make up this shit. This builder right here, this multi-million-dollar builder said they had to put him in jail because his building wasn't safe. There had to have been a whole lot of an unsafe building. Yeah, he said it. And the second time he got put in jail was because he was arguing with officers for parking in front of his brother's establishment. That's what he said. But then there go the white Latifah. Oh, Lord, I think Latifah got Martell beat on here. She got Stormy beat on here. And then she got Destiny beat because I think she been in there in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And then always giving fake names too. But she be in and out so much until they know her by face now. They know her when they see her coming. She ain't even got to give a name no more. Yeah. If they got the nerve to call us deplorable, y'all, look at the, hey, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. And then now look at Martell over there. He the same way. Too much mugshot. He harassment communication. Found convicted now, y'all. He want to appeal it. And he want a jury trial. Can you get that? You know why he's so selfish? I think he believe his own lies. He believed that he is right. He is that determined. He said that if he got to go down himself, he is determined to make Melody life miserable, allegedly. But Martell Hope been convicted. He got 1 year supervised probation, a 30-day suspended sentence. Now, y'all, do y'all think he gonna live up to that? I don't believe it. I don't believe that this man gonna have self-control to stay away from Melody. I just don't believe it. I sure don't. But let me go back to the why I think he want a jury trial. Y'all can help me if y'all think so. Why I think he want a jury trial is because y'all know he was on Tasha K. And Melody was pouring all that water on that couch. Liquid on that couch. And then one time he showed she had a bat at him. So he wants to prove that she was the violent person, not him. She the violent person, not him. So that's what he gonna try to prove. So let me see what this say right here, y'all. Yeah. What is this? Okay, Destiny Peyton is due back in court on Valentine's Day. Let me read this, y'all. I don't know what it says, but it says Destiny Peyton is due back in court on Valentine's Day. I don't know where this come from, but I usually read Urban Bell. That's who I usually get my stuff from. But if it's not Urban Bell, shout out to you anyway. Former Love and Marriage Huntsville star Destiny Peyton will be back in courtroom Valentine's Day. The hearing comes after her ex-husband filed a motion. The motion filed is regarding a bankruptcy. Oh, Lord, that's something else. Oh, my God. I know she ain't filed bankruptcy when she was shading Melody. Oh, Lord, that's a surprise. I thought it was going to be about the arrest for something, the arrest back in October, y'all. But anyway, let me keep it going. Do y'all remember her call herself shading Melody for filing bankruptcy? That she couldn't believe nobody could get back on their feet that quick after they filed bankruptcy. This girl went on a tour. She went on blogger to blogger bashing Melody that Melody had filed bankruptcy. But let me back up, y'all. The motion filed is regarding a recent bankruptcy filing by Destiny herself. Previously, Destiny was arrested after LeBerry accused her of forging her name on a utility contract. Now, if that utility bill come from Madonna, because if it was, I do know darn well that probably was a high-ass utility bill, running that business and keeping them lights on 24 hours. That is a high utility bill. But anyway, paragraph 2. LeBerry filed paperwork in the Madison County, Alabama court to reopen their divorce case. Within their court document, he is accusing Destiny of not following the agreement or their divorce decree. Now, according to YouTube, T from TV, LeBerry says Destiny allegedly violated the decree and settlement and is making it very difficult to sell their marriage or home. And we saw that. He got so sick of that girl to finally he tried to force her out. He did an open house. Y'all remember, oh Lord, that blogger went down there too. He went to that open house It was a blogger went to her open house. I decided not to go. I don't go to people's houses, you guys, if they're living in there. Y'all saw me at that construction site, but y'all won't see me visiting nobody's house if they live, and I know they live there. But anyway, it is also alleged that Destiny refused to refinance that home. Yes, she did. Here she go, y'all. What did she say now? Destiny Peyton. Y'all come on there. So she was born May the 1st, y'all. Lord have mercy. This how you spending your birthday, girl? Booking date, May the 16th. Like 1:30 some shit. And then release May the 16th again, around about 3 something. Charges, fraud, and identity theft. Oh my God, y'all. Identity theft, fraud. This girl is some serious trouble. This girl is a hell of a serious cover. Now, how she gonna come on here? Destiny, here go Destiny. Let me get a better picture of Destiny. Destiny gonna come on here on national TV now and try to be shading Sonny. That's why you got your pink slip from Carlos before, because you refuse to talk about your ish. And you coming on here all strong, talking about Sonny and Melody. That's what you was talking about when you come up here. You can't even do an interview. The interview's supposed to be about you. Who you got in your mouth? Melody. Still trying to badmouth Melody. Frenemies. Friend plus enemy. Yeah, you deserve to get a pink slip. That's what I mean. This woman right here, Melody, had to get her a pink slip. Pink slip. Because you've been my friend. Now you turn into my enemy. You turn into my enemy. How to spot a frenemy. How y'all gonna spot them? Melody had to learn how to spot them, y'all. Y'all know we as a millimeter, we were rooting for all these different people to come on. When Stormy first came on, we were rooting, right? Oh, Melody finally got her a friend. Yeah, she finally got her a friend that she could trust. We thought it was going to be Stormy. Then Stormy and her mammy, they start going in on Melody. And then, oh God, and then what else, y'all? Who else on there? Frenemies. Now Melody got this girl right here. Now she talking to this girl. Now this girl done became her frenemies. She had to possibly give this girl a pink slip. You gotta go. Kiki about live versus the blogger. Her and this blogger had something going on. She said that she never talked to a three-way or something, but they're saying that there is a recording out. Frenemies. Frenemies is the one that have a lot of resentment towards you. They gonna pretend like they're your friends, y'all, but they really envious of your success. Do y'all know what disappoint me? I've been taking up for Kiki. I'm not bad mouth for Kiki neither, but I'm just gonna deal with facts. Do y'all remember that reunion, that first reunion? I thought, well, Melody really finally got her a real friend on the show. In this reunion, Carlos was talking about how did they meet, or how did all this Melody said that this man was talking about her having an addiction, right? And that she could not trust her. That's why she shouldn't allow her on the show or in her house. Allegedly, this is what was saying. This is what they were saying. This is what Money Clyde told her. So as a result, Melody did not put her on the show. And Melody told the truth up there. Melody said, well, he kind of said it in a jokingly way, right? She gets up on that stage. This woman done bought her on there, done put food on the table because, done gave her a job. She gets to the reunion and said, I don't believe it. I don't believe that my soul would do that. I don't believe that my soul would be joking about me like that. Well, that's how she threw Melody under the bus. Melody still didn't give her pink slip after that. Now, after that, I started eyeing her, but I still was, I'm still like giving her the benefit of the doubt. Then they went to the blogger over there. Y'all know who that blogger is, the anonymous bloggers over there. She went to the same blogger that I don't know the full details of the story, but him and Melody at some point fell out somewhere, right? And so we wanted to know, why would you go and vent to this blogger? But she throws her mother under the bus. She said it's her mother's fault. So let's see here. I want y'all to comment on this. Y'all, I'm going to put this up, what this say. Well, I can't. Okay, I've already read it, but let's see. Let's just put this up here. We're going to talk about this. After I do this, I want y'all to come up and let's piggyback on that. It said, did you ever stand up for Melody? Have y'all ever seen her stand up for Melody? Melody did not want to be there. Melody was doing her job just like you. Melody has learned to control her temper and ignore her ex. You know, I really feel like that too. I was watching Kiki just standing up there. And did nobody have Melody back when that man was screaming at her? Not even Nell. She had even told Nell down there in Houston, please don't pair me up with this man. Don't do no kind of activities with me. And what Nell do? Paired her up anyway. And but then he get to hollering and yelling about the same old mess that she done cheated on him. And who was standing up there? Who never stood up for her? She never once stood up for Melody up there. Now Stormy did. I heard y'all know I don't have no relationship with Stormy, but I have to give it to her. Stormy was the only one out of all them group of people stood up for Melody when that man was fussing at her. So let's just see that Melody helped you to be on the show. Ain't that good enough? What else I gotta do for you? You gonna get mad because I'm talking to your cousin? That was a trip right there that I did not even, it was Miss Nell trip. It was not Melody trip. But Melody, and she helped you get on the show. What more do you want? She don't owe y'all nothing else. Nothing else. When you get on that show, you're a grown woman. You got to handle your own business. Don't put me in the middle of nothing. Now that trip was supposed to have been fun. Everybody was supposed to be getting along, and here you come. Nell told you to go back. She told you. She said, go, you're not wanted here. You're not wanted here. You have to go because the majority of the house said that you had to go, right? Well, she didn't go. So for some reason, she looking over there at Mel like Mel's supposed to be coming to her rescue. It's really unreasonable to expect her to always be on your side. Girl, come on now. Now, y'all know we are grown women. You're grown and I'm grown. It ain't like we no little kid. Can you be on my side? Sound like Hotel. Hotel tell everybody they need to be on his side. Tell Nell and the Fletchers you need to be on my side. What I wrote right here, she said she charged that the blogger, here go the blogger, y'all. I'm finna take that down. Look at this, y'all. So she charged the blogger $350 for an interview, but he paid $100. So she said, I thought he was gonna pay me the rest of my money. When did she start charging? Even Melody don't even charge. Well, Melody don't charge the little bitty bloggers when she come up for no interview. I wonder how much the posterity that girl, the young lady, little pretty young lady that interviewed her last night. I wonder did she pay her $350? Did you pay her $350? Because she said that's how much she charged. It's $350 interview with this girl. Are you kidding me? All right, you guys, y'all come on up. Are y'all gonna come on up or what? Are y'all gonna leave me up here to talk by myself? Oh, oh my God, y'all! I just don't know about Love and Mary Huntsville. Love and Mary what? Huntsville. Everybody calling it Love and Mary at the lockup or whatever shit. Hell, love at the lockup. Love after everything else, y'all. So let me put this through while I take a break till y'all figure out where y'all gonna come on up. Yes, what's this young lady? All right, trying to get the picture off. And I'm gonna serenade with y'all. Y'all come on up now. While I'm putting this out, y'all come on and talk to me. Come on in this room and talk to me, y'all. Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all. Y'all know nobody don't have to watch this show. We have lived off of this show right here. Everything be happening on the streets. We barely report what's on the show. We better report it. We be reporting all the stuff that we see be happening on the street, like all these mug shots we got coming on up here. I mean, back-to-back mug shot. First you got Stormy with her mug. Not Stormy, sorry. First you got Hotel with his mug shot popping up. Now you got Destiny with back-to-back mug shot also. This is really, it hadn't gotten to love. Is it love after lockup or love during lockup? Well, Hotel is love. He just spread his love around any kind of way, you guys. Anyhow, how do I get back to y'all? Something going on right here. Well, I can't get back to y'all. Can y'all still hear me though, right? Blessings and enlightenment to y'all. Over here on the right and faded, I guess it'll come back where y'all do the comments and stuff. It just faded out. Can y'all still hear me? I have no way of knowing if y'all putting a 1 or 2 or nothing in the chat, guys. It done faded out on me. Hopefully y'all will come back pretty soon. Yeah, on the right. Oh, here we go. Oh, Lord Jesus, don't do it like that no more. Okay, let's see. Dominique said this. Oh, Sheila, hey, babe, come on up. The thing here got stuck for a while, so come on up, Sheila. Hey, Sheila, glad to see you. What's on your mind?
I am so sick of all of them people. They have been nothing but drama all week. And I said that I was going to stop watching the social media and coming on these lives. And then it's just been so much drama, unnecessary drama. They just need to fire the whole cast. Or let Melody take over and put out her vision, her true vision. It's because CK done blew this show to smithereens, to hell and back, and then some. The thing with Dusty, I'm not surprised that she got locked up. Her and Martell are the same type of people. They both mimic one another. And it's like they sit there, those are the two that really trauma bond. And that Tisha, she come off like talking about they all millionaires and all of that. Where? And then she's saying the millimeters are going to her house. I guess anybody could see her house because she'll cross the street from the gas station. Everybody need gas to drive.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. She just trying to. They create storylines, and oh shit! Why do that thing keep disappearing? Okay, well, yeah. So they create storylines, and their storyline has to be the millimeters. Ain't that something? The millimeters is their storyline. Yeah.
They need something. And
well, let me just say hi to Queen right quick, and I'll come back to you. Hello, Queen. How are you?
Greetings. Hey, ladies. How you doing? Love you.
Hey, how you doing? We love you back.
Hanging in
Yeah,
here, I'm still, you know how I do. I like to get right down to the crux of stuff. I'm just really chilling because
yeah.
Kiki is a mess. She's a hot mess. I
Everything.
don't even have any more word for her anymore. And Destiny, that boomerang didn't feel good upside the back of the head, did it? She was just dogging. I'm telling you, y'all don't want to hear the prophetess when we say
Go
stuff.
ahead.
Y'all be making fun of us like we little Miss Cleo. You know what I'm saying? But I
Hmm.
predicted this way back there. I knew Destiny was gonna step in it big time and wind up, if not in a lot of trouble, behind bars. That she hanging
Wow.
out with the top criminal of the of the crew. So
Hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, you know what? And the thing of it is, with all of them, how are you looking down on Melody's support system when they now want to y'all no good, no good? Cause we won't rock with y'all. Nobody don't want to rock with unrighteousness. This
Right.
girl right here, May the 1st was her birthday, y'all. May the
yeah,
1st.
She one of the first that I seen that don't have a lot of ambition. I don't understand. Even when they come after the millimeters, do they know most of us got professional jobs and we work for a living? We got our own. We're not
hmm
looking for them for any clout. A lot of them are content creators, but and then you got the followers and those that go that support Melody. Everybody work. They earn their own money. They don't need them for anything. And then they got Wanda out here, thinking she's big. I said, "Are you kidding me? This lady do not." I mean, come on, Melody. As a matter of fact, Wanda is one of those type of ladies that she remind me of the old Southern women that used to sell fish dinners, you know. But
She
she's selling stuffing. She's
pig
selling
feet,
stuffing plate. So what is it? Chitlin stuffing and
pig
skunk
feet.
burgers and stuff like that.
But
and
skunk
you
burgers.
want to say.
Not skunk
well,
burgers, sis.
And then she raised got what I call them Bunny and Clyde, y'all. Bunny and Clyde is Tisha and Marceau. Yeah, Bunny and Clyde.
But you know
Mhm.
what? You know what though? It just the spirit dropped this on me a while back, and I let it sit for years because I didn't want to speak it out into the universe and give it life.
Mhm.
But it's evident now. I had this channel come through. I think Tisha, especially Tisha and Destiny, they even are jealous of the negative attention that Mel is getting from her
Mhm.
ex-husband. In some
Wow.
kind of
Mhm.
way, they think this is kind of, romantic. Like, oh my God, I wish I had a man that was this crazy about me. No, you don't, baby. Let me put it out there. You don't want this. You don't want the problems. I've lived through it too. Not on the magnitude, Melody going through it on steroids. Okay. But
Mhm.
but I understand how it feels to be stalked. And I'm sure a lot of us can relate to it. It's not
Yeah, we
funny.
can.
It's not a
Mhm.
joke. And I think they, in a sick, twisted way, are jealous of how, this dude will just not get let up, you know. But then the reprobate mind come in where it's like, how dare you call the zookeeper on the wild animal? What else are we supposed to do? You feel me?
Mhm.
I don't know if y'all kind of see that. I have a more of a dark. I have to study. We got to study demons as well as the angels and the positivity. And
Mhm.
I be all up in it. I'm like, now it seemed to me like they kind of even want the bad side of it. They jealous of the fact that you know their buddy won't leave her alone.
But
Yeah,
you
they
know what?
don't. Go on. Go on, Sheila.
What I wanted to say, you could tell it's very demonic and very dark
Mhm.
because they want to promote. They want people. They want to change the mindset of the people that support Melody and take on wrong for right and right as wrong. And
Yeah.
anybody with any type of common sense know that you cannot blend the two. Either you hot or cold. So with us, We know we have already been raised. We are sound. I am morally sound. I know how to make the proper decisions that I need to make. I don't need anyone trying to change my mind on something. When I look at something, I know whether it's right or wrong. And you're not going to really
Exactly.
convince me at all that this mess that's going on is right. Because to have somebody AB me, disrespect me, call me out of my name, I'm not going to promote that in any type of way. So if you thinking that you got my support on there, you are sadly mistaken. I
Mhm.
mean, Tisha and them, they see this stuff as women. Don't you want better for yourself? She got daughters, okay? And she got a son. Now, you don't want your children growing up and acting like that. Well, maybe they do because, whatever they do, whether it's right or wrong, Wanda she's all for it. Anything wrong, she all for it. She going to rally for it. And then she going to get on it. Oh, I'm not going to say nothing. And now what are they doing? They cruising the internet streets and y'all messing with people all on YouTube, Facebook, and all these little groups y'all got going. I'm just thankful I never been into none of them groups because I don't need that. I'm going where the mature audience at. Somebody that's seasoned, somebody that got where you can reason with and have a an in-depth conversation. I'm not fooling around with none of that.
Critical
Okay, Miss
thinkers.
Aaron,
Yeah.
Miss Aaron, y'all,
Mhm.
I'm finna play. I need for y'all to listen. I'm finna play this
My
part.
boy.
I'm finna play this part where Melody is sitting down talking with Kiki. A lot of people think that I'm when I say the pink slip, they thinking about being fired from on a
Mhm.
business purpose. I'm not
No.
talking about that. The pink slip I'm talking about is Xing people out of your life that has become your
Yeah,
enemy.
personal.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the
personally.
personal.
Okay,
Mhm.
so here she go, y'all.
Go away. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Hello, Melody. I reached out to Kiki to come to the studio because I've been reading the blogs and, apparently she's been saying what a horrible friend I was to her in Houston, which really was a trip she wasn't invited on. But yet, I told her to reach out, to see if she could come. I'm willing to see Tisha face to face, admit to my wrongdoings, and say that won't happen again. Well, maybe you can reach out to Miss Nail, girl, and see if she'll invite you to come. I was surprised whenever Kiki arrived to Houston and then to find out that she and Tisha actually weren't on good terms. Hola! I am here! Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to stay. Can I ask you something, Miss Nail? You said you talked to Tisha. Did she tell you it was a no? Pretty much. So to say that I wasn't a good friend is actually quite ridiculous. And it's time to set the record straight. So, it's good to see you. I know. I'm probably the last person you want to see. Mm-hmm. I know you're mad at me. I didn't know whether you were going to want to take it first or... I'm going to give you the floor. I'm so sorry. Mm-hmm. What's sorry for? Some things did happen in Houston that I did feel some kind of way about. Mm-hmm. And after we left, I called my mom just to that I did bring up how I did feel slighted by you. I felt slighted. My feelings, I was hurt. I was. And my mom vented to a blogger. And unfortunately, that blogger put it out. And it was just blown out of proportion and made to be way more than what it was. Because it was not like my initial conversation with my mom was just about like melody. That wasn't the case. It was everything I feel frustrated by. It broke my heart that I reached out to you and I kind of, told you how I feel. And it broke my heart that you weren't ready to receive it. Forget it. My intentions have never been malicious. I'm so frustrated and I'm so ashamed. I'm really ticked off with my mom. And I'm just gonna own it. She made a mistake and it went public. And I just want you to know I'm sorry. what you feel. So I'm gonna tell you how I feel. So I heard a lot of what you feel. So I'm gonna tell you how I feel. I'll be honest, I think my biggest thing for me that's gonna stick with me is that out of all of these months that passed by, that was 6 months ago. But not one time did you say, girl, shoot, I done got myself in a pickle. Let's sit down and talk. Because I care about our friendship enough where I don't want you to hear this from nobody else. And I'm not going to let nobody hold nothing over my head. Let's talk. I shouldn't have read it on the internet. And that apology coming after that, it does not move me. I find it difficult sometimes to be just upfront when it involves confrontation. Girl, you just threw a whole drink of water on your cousin. That's confrontation. That's a different relationship. You're talking about confrontation. It's a difference when there's someone who has been nothing but good to you. She's not innocent by far, neither am I. However, I ain't been as shady as her ass. And that's a fact. So, and I blame this on you. I'm just telling you how I looked at it. Well, I'm sorry, girl. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I warned you. You know, the Bible tells us warning comes before destruction. Right out the gate, you started privately talking to your officer. I told you, be careful when you're communicating, but you don't listen. It's not that I don't want to listen. I get off track. The fact of the matter is, when it comes to sharing things that are happening before they're supposed to be shared, anybody sharing stuff beforehand, it's a no-no for me.
Justice.
Okay, y'all. Okay, it went into the commercial, so you guys know what she did, right? Let's just talk about it. Yes, we know what happened after that. So the thing of it is with me, with Kiki, and a whole lot of people said in the comment, why did you still talk to this blogger after the facts? You knew the facts about this blogger, but you still decided to, confine in this blogger. Of course, you guys know what she do. She threw her mama. She said it was her mother's fault. Okay, Queen, let me hear from you.
Yeah, for me, number one, it's the lack of accountability on behalf of Kiki. We know a lot of women like this, in our personal circles who never do anything wrong, but they're always in the middle of the thick of everything dramatic, everything extra, but it's always, well, I didn't do it. If I hadn't told this person, that person is the one who released it. No, it wouldn't have got released if you had kept your mouth shut. If nobody hears it, nobody can repeat it. And number two is the emotional immaturity, of Kiki. You don't get to violate my source of income. So you disrespecting me, you playing in my face, and then you're jealous of the fact that I'm trying to be mature about being civil with your cousin. You know what I'm saying? Because Tisha's the same way. Whenever Kimmy and Mel were cool and bonding, Tisha had a problem with it. You feel me? And it's like, grow up. Like we said earlier, grow up. I can be civil with someone that I don't care for. I don't have to be nasty. That takes a lot of energy. Oh, here she comes, child. Oh my God. I don't have to do all that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I just don't have to speak. I can be cordial. Good morning. If we're in the same vicinity within earshot, I'm not going to just ignore you, not unless you're really volatile. But I don't have to be nasty. Okay, good morning. And then that's that. Move, go away, go the opposite direction. Just because we're sitting trying to clear the air in Houston, Melody and Tisha trying to clear the air. They were already ready to chunk Mel under the bus with why Kiki was there. So they're like, no, let's talk it out. Okay, now it's clear. Why are you mad? Why is Kiki upset about that? That's what adults do. They communicate. I don't have to like you to be able to communicate with you and say, okay, now we're on the same page. I'll go back to my corner. You go back to yours, wherever you're going to do. We don't have to hold hands and skip through the daisies. Okay? Just be civil. You don't have to be a monster just because you dislike another woman. That's something in the Black community that's our ilk ever since I was a little girl. Oh, you friends with her? Well, I'm not friends with you. You can't be friends with her because you friends with her and I'm friends with her. That's just crazy. It's a lot of emotional immaturity. It just gets under my skin, and it wastes a lot of time where we could be trying to heal.
Yeah, yeah. Greta Lee is fed up with Kiki. She said Kiki can kick rocks. That's what Greta Lee say. She also
Yeah.
says, you all know Destiny's the same as Martell and Stone. They're both crooks. We got a lot of them on this show. They had the nerve to call us deplorable, but what's deplorable is all them mug shots we got to keep on looking at. All right, Miss Sheila, what's on your mind?
Well, I agree with a lot of what Queen said, because if you really step back and look at the whole situation, when they was down in, what was it, Texas, right? I
Mm-hmm.
seen when Kiki was sitting on that bale of hay, I saw the anger within her. She was ready to unleash then.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so she was sitting on that. And by the time she get to her mother, she probably called her mother before then. I don't know about that part, but I do know she did vent to her mother and to that blogger. But if you look at all of it and you sit back and you assess this, you can see where Kiki and the rest of the cast, all of them are older than Melody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kiki
Right,
being a professor, they teach conflict resolution
right.
and problem solving. She should have been able to hold back enough where she should have been able to go to Melody as a grown woman and say, Melody, when you get a minute, we need to talk because I'm feeling some type of way. And I want to be able to clear the air with you. But she didn't do that. She went and vented to her mother and to that blogger. And another thing that I didn't like was the fact that when Kiki, she started, she was already on 10. She was very hyper, sweaty all the time. Not to say that she was using, but you could see she was awful anxious. And when you're anxious like that, you need to, she shouldn't have been on, just going to bloggers and giving interviews. She should have been working on herself outside of that show. Once you film, she should have took her behind home, tried to decompress so she can recenter herself, meditate, do what you need to do, and then. But it's almost like she was in her full addiction when she went windmilling all through the YouTube streets and on
Mm.
Instagram and Facebook
Hold
instead
on,
of just
Sheila.
real.
Sheila,
Okay,
hold on. Let
I,
me just
I
say this. Hold on,
I
Sheila.
got you.
Y'all check out Chef Dunn, and I was over there this morning. I had already was planning on and do Kiki, but he personally, according to him, he personally has been having communication with Kiki. So y'all go over there and check it out because it's deeper than what I'm covering. I'm just covering the surface of it. I
I
have
got
never talked
you.
to neither one of them, the mama nor Kiki. But
Mm,
coming from that background myself of having a daughter working behind the scene in the industry, I never say anything about what she tells me. Never, because I don't want my daughter to lose her job. And seemed like to
right.
me that should have been a position. Kiki mom should have took that position. If I say these things that my daughter came and told me personally, it might get out and she might, y'all see the results of it. It's out because she
Mhm,
decided to
mhm.
tell what Kiki said. So do
She
y'all
told the
think
whole
that,
script.
huh?
She told them she gave them the whole script about what was going to be played out on that show. She didn't know
Wow.
how to she didn't know how to shut her mouth and keep her keep keep whatever her thoughts to herself, or either you got a whole husband, you could have been in the house talking to your husband. I'm sure Armin ain't gonna say nothing. She could have just said, look honey, I had a rough day today, it was
Yeah.
hard to deal with. And and I'm sure he's a more reasonable person, and he would
Yeah.
have probably told her to go to Melody and talk to her instead of just going and talking to everybody. You don't even know that blogger, you know what I'm saying? Or anybody up here on the on the YouTube streets or Instagram or Facebook. You don't know these people. These are strangers. That's just like me telling my whole world through the internet. I'm not doing that. That's none of your business how I live and what I do. You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes to my children, I don't even call my children's job. I wait till after hours
Yeah.
to discuss whatever I have to do, unless I got one of their children at my house and they, and it's a real emergency.
Mm-hmm.
And
So,
that's the only reason.
so Linda
Go
Brown
ahead.
said, wait a minute. Linda Brown said Kiki has narcissistic, toxic tendency, and she needs to be in narcissistic, and she need to be in narcissistic toxic behavior. Well, maybe she need counseling.
She
What
does.
you can have it now. She
Yeah.
needs some kind of
Yeah.
counseling. But yeah, but y'all know I used to work for Bradford Drug and Retreat Center. That was back in the day, way before Kiki. But one of the things that we stress in your healing is honesty and accountability. You're not healing if you can't take no accountability. If I did you wrong, and you come to me and I'm supposed to be healing, I'm supposed to take accountability. Kiki kept saying, my mama, my mama, my mama, my mama. Her mama threw her under the bus. That's what I got out of it.
But I think it goes deeper than that. I think it has to do with the fact too, you know, instead of her accepting that gift and running with what Melody gave her, because she gave her an opportunity to get on that show, whereas your own family didn't. I think there's some underlying issues that's still there because and that she should have addressed them with Tisha and Wanda, because there's all of us have family members that we don't get along with. But you know what? I'm a very vocal person. So if I have a problem, I'm gonna tell you to your face. And then if I can't deal with you, I'm gonna let you know. I don't even want you in my space. And I can tell you that, and I can clear my head and my mind and be able to move forward in my life. But I'm gonna let you know where you stand at in it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me see. Words do matter. Words do matter says, words do matter say, hello, Miss BT. I like Kiki, but she is unfocused, undisciplined, and emotionally.
Mhm.
Lie people threw off her game with the buzz fake story. Mel had to cut her loose. Hey, Cheryl, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me hear from you, Cheryl. How you doing?
Hey, Cheryl.
Hi, hello
Hey,
everybody.
sure.
Hi, hi, Grand Rising, That's
Hi.
Authentic. Hello everybody. How y'all doing?
Hi.
We're
Good.
good.
You? How you doing, sis?
I'm doing good. Just keeping up with all this
Good.
mess that's going on. All this mess going
Girl,
on.
you've been
Oh,
representing,
honey.
Cheryl.
Ooh, it's a
Cheryl, you've
mess.
been representing the millimeters. Cheryl, you've been representing, girl.
Yeah, thank you. I love me some melody now.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
and
all do.
yeah, and Destiny. Well, Destiny is Martell with a wig on. You know that. That's
That's what I
Martell.
said.
That's Martell with the wig. That's Martell. Them two are two of a kind thieves, liars, pathological liars. Just crazy. Kiki, on the other hand, I just wish Kiki would have came on the show. Mel gave her opportunity to speak her journey as far as her addiction.
Yeah.
Come on there and speak about her addiction and for people that's probably going through the same thing she's going through. But she didn't do that. She got mixed up with a blogger. She got mixed up with a blogger, and was telling things she shouldn't have told. And if she really felt that way about Mel, she should have sat down with Mel and talked to Mel. Mel is an easygoing person. She's very easygoing.
And
She gave her
understanding.
an understanding, and she gave her a platform to tell her story, to get out her story of how she got over addiction. But
It
instead,
would
she
have
got,
been
huh?
that would have been a great story to hear.
Let me,
Right.
Miss Aaron, hello. Let me hear from Queen. I haven't heard from her in a while. Queen,
Yeah,
you still there?
thank you. Yeah, I'm here. Can I be heard?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hi,
Okay,
Pinky.
okay.
Hi, Miss Pinky.
That's Queen.
No, I know. I was
Mama
saying
Pink
hi to
in
Miss
the
Pinky. She's in
chat.
the chat.
Oh, is she? Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
Yeah.
you're
Okay, go
welcome.
on, Queen.
No worries. Yeah, I agree with the ladies, Cheryl and Sheila. I also have a huge problem with Kiki because of not just her oversharing. She likes to waffle whenever she's called out. She'll deflect or she'll pivot off of, because she did that with Stormy with the visit they had. Well, you know, don't see that I needed my mom's comfort or whatever support. That's not the point. The point is you had no business discussing this before it aired. That's the point. Did y'all notice that? Like she always pivots off
Mm-hmm.
of what the real problem is. And
Mm-hmm.
also
Yep.
it's like she almost has, I mean, she could have helped so many people by sharing her story,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people struggle with many different kind of addictions, and especially in our community, and we're
Mm-hmm.
scared to come forward for obvious reasons. And at the same time, I believe Kiki had an ulterior motive. It wasn't to share her addiction story or her victory of recovery. It was to be messy and see if she could stick it to her cousin using mail and whatever benefits she could get from being close to Bill.
What is it that you don't think? I remember in that last
Miss
reunion,
Black Titanic. Miss Pinky said that it won't let her up right now.
I know there's nothing I could do till she figure out how to come up. There's nothing I could do about it. But I got the link out, so she had to figure out how to get up here. And it may be because she is on a cell phone out and about in public. And so it may not be picking up signals wherever she's at. Anyway, you guys, why why is it that that last reunion, y'all know that Tisha was tearing that girl up, but she didn't say anything. She waited maybe almost a month later to come out and tell the story about how she about Tisha criminal records. She could have hit her back on that stage.
Mm-hmm.
She knew at the time that the girl had been in jail for drugs, allegedly. That's what the criminal record said, that she had been convicted of drugs. And then she up there calling her drug, and she not said one word. About a month later, I put it out today on another pre-recorder where she came out on Instagram talking about how she got been convicted and in jail, but which she wouldn't say nothing on that stage.
Yeah, I saw your video on that.
Did y'all see that? How she wouldn't say nothing on that stage at that reunion
Yeah,
about
I
them?
did.
yeah.
But you know what?
I,
I think Carlos had a lot to do with that because he was kind of cutting it off and giving Tisha that shine to say what she wanted to do. And I'm with Strong Face Junior on this. I think when Tisha was sitting in that car, she was practicing what to say because it didn't even come out normal. Because you know, most people when they get ready to read you or come up and get with you like they supposed to, they're gonna come right out and say it. And I'm one of those that can step right to you and put you in your place. I'm not gonna let that thing settle on me. I'm gonna in your face
Right.
with
That's
it.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because as a
Mm-hmm.
grown person, I'm not practicing nothing. You stung me right there, I'm gonna sting you back. And the
That's
sting
right.
that I'm gonna get you better hope you can recover.
yeah. It was very disproportionate when Tisha popped off like that. It was out of sync with what was going on. It's kind of hit and miss, just like when she did that with Stormy, about the pills or whatever. It was just like an anomaly type of wit that just didn't hit the mark, And that's something with Kiki as well, She, I think, was shocked a little bit because she did feel ganged up on. She was ganged up on. But like I said, like Mel took on everybody, 10
Mhm.
toes down. And that's me too. You come at me from all sides. I got something for you. Okay. I got the smoke because I'm watching you just like you watching how I move.
That's right.
Hold on,
Mm.
y'all. Pinky, you still can't come up. You just
It
gotta
says
keep
she's
trying,
muted.
babe. Just keep trying. Maybe eventually it'll let you up. But let me read what
If she's
was.
on an iPhone, she might want to clear
Mhm.
her temporary browser and then
Yeah, it
restart
said
and
she
try
was
it again.
born.
Sometimes those iPhones get full of temporary memory.
Okay, did you hear that, Pinky? She said, clear your browser. Okay, anyway, Cece said, I want someone to ask Kiki if she's figured out Stormy, her app, while she's going on about Mel. Maybe she used to be smart before the drug use, but I don't see it now. Now, that's a known fact, y'all. Why is it that she's trusting Stormy when Stormy over there with the same blogger? Stormy over there getting receipt for leaving money, hundreds of dollars with that same blogger, but Kiki getting all the heat and Stormy just sliding on through. Also, I noticed another thing too, that Stormy, according to what they say, Stormy was the first one that balled the bone about what's going on in the boom boom room. Yeah. See,
Hmm.
yeah, so she's not.
I can
And then
believe it.
He's a
also,
big part. He's a
yeah, and
big part of it.
do y'all remember when Stormy was in that spa? Stormy was eating Kiki up over Tisha. She was taking up for Tisha. And so, I'm wondering, when did the shift start? When did the shift start? When Stormy started liking this girl so much? Why do she trust Stormy over Mel? Mel done gave you a job, but yet and still you seem like you trust Stormy and you give Mel the benefit of the doubt, like it's almost you can't trust Mel. Go on, you guys. What y'all think about that?
I think all
Stormy ain't doing
pigeons,
nothing.
no matter what species, recognize each other, and they all have a flaky type of disposition about them. Birds of a feather, they're birds. Just because I said this before, just because a woman is married doesn't mean she doesn't have bird tendencies. Becoming a wife and marrying somebody, that does not erase your character. It doesn't change who you are as a person as far as your core values. It should kind of help you improve with an accountability partner, but if you have an enabler in your corner, your husband or your wife, it's not much a wedding band and vows will do for your character when it comes to your circle of friends and how you move with dignity or with righteousness. You know what I mean? So a lot of times people hide behind the veil of marriage or Christianity or whatever. No disrespect to anybody who is a Christian, but people use it as a meat shield, and I think
Mm-hmm.
Courtney does that with her money. I mean, I'm sorry, Stormy does that with her money as well. So that your character
Or
still
lack,
sucks.
or
You
lack
still don't
thereof.
understand the code of righteousness, and at the same time, you want to come off as this high-minded, highly intellectual person, and it's all. That's why they implode upon each other. I mean, come on, look at how Dusty and Stormy was cool after Stormy threw a chair, hurled the chair across the room. If you throw a chair at me, I'm not never speaking to you again, and you better hope I don't catch you up slipping in a dark alley. Cause it's a
Mm-hmm.
Cardi B moment for me. If we beef and we gonna be forever. Now I'm open to sitting down and try to come into a resolve with anybody. But you trying to harm me for real, you throwing furniture? Okay. I
Okay,
know I
hold
gotta put
on.
eyes over my head there.
Hold on, Queen. They're speaking to Debbie Button. And Debbie, hello. I had to play catch up with Debbie because Debbie, y'all know Debbie has a great her videos
Facebook.
are great.
Hi, Debbie.
She do like the
Hey,
12
Facebook.
steps, right? And those
Yeah.
and this took me way back when I was first got hired at Bradford Drug and Retreat because that's where Kiki go now, back that way back in the day. But regardless of what you're on, you guys, everybody, all those programs use the 12 steps. If you're a crackhead, they use the 12 step. You're alcoholic on methadone. Well, they all teach the same program. So anyway, but let me tell y'all, I think Debbie, weren't you supposed to be on at 6 today? I'm not sure you can come on it up and announce whether you're coming on today and announce your time. Usually 3 o'clock I'm picking up kids from school, so that's why I had missed her, but I have to play catch up. Okay, Queen. Sorry for interrupting you. Go on.
No worries. I Debbie. I gotta. My work schedule is so cool. So I hope y'all don't think I'm not supporting. but while I'm on the plantation, I can't listen and participate. So that's where I've
Yeah.
been. But I love it because accountability. A lot of Black women have a problem with that. We got a huge problem in our sistership with owning our own ish.
Yes.
It's very difficult for a lot of us to do that. And I say us because I was there before. I was a young girl, little silly, goofy, didn't know no better,
Mhm.
getting all tangled up in drama, trying to defend myself to a bunch of cluckers. And I had to
Mhm.
understand my worth. Now I'm
Mhm.
52 big years old. I wouldn't be caught unalived around a group of women like these women that I see up here. And I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm better than anybody else. I
Okay,
just
y'all
learned
welcome
a lot.
Debbie. I'm sorry. Y'all welcome Debbie to the stage.
Hey,
Hey,
Debbie.
y'all.
hey,
Hi,
Debbie.
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 I'm so
Hey,
proud
Auntie
of
Debbie.
you.
Hi,
Hey,
Debbie.
Black Titanic. Hey, ladies, how y'all doing on the panel today?
Good,
Happy
good,
Hi.
Friday
good.
to you.
I'm
Good.
good.
Same to
How
you.
you
Happy
doing?
Friday. Happy Friday.
Hi, T-Talk.
Hey,
With your girl,
Tita.
my boo. Hey, my boo. T-Talk.
Oh, Tita with your girl. Hey,
Yeah, T-Talk
babe.
with your girl is here. My
Yeah,
boo.
you know
Yeah.
what? All y'all content creators. You got Debbie here. We got Queen here. We got Pinky here. Did I miss anybody, y'all? Who else is it? All the content creator, welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for your super stickers as well. And then if y'all give me any cash app, thank y'all for that. Okay, Miss Debbie.
Ah, hello, Black Titanic. How you doing?
Hey.
I just came in. Are y'all talking about Stormy or Kiki? Oh, that Kiki. Yeah,
All
Kiki.
of them. We talking about all of them.
Mm-hmm. All of
Mainly,
them.
but mainly Kiki today. What
Right.
about
I didn't see her interview she did last night,
Mhm.
but I think she should stop talking.
Right.
Right.
Stop talking
Um,
and start working on self.
right.
I
Mhm.
agree. Zip it. Zip it, sew it up, shut. Words
Right.
are very powerful. Words are very, very powerful.
You
And
talking
I
like,
don't
oh,
think, right. I don't think like a lot of women don't listen to themselves when they talk. They're just emoting, right? Like, you know how you get blackout angry and then you do
Mhm.
something and then when you come off that adrenaline, you're like, oh. That's what I think Kiki does. It's like her mouth is moving, but she's not paying attention to what she's saying. And she thinks
Mhm.
that's okay because that's how I feel. I felt that way, so it's okay. No. Just because you feel something don't mean you should say it or do it.
Oh boy, oh boy. Oh Lord mercy.
what do you think,
She
Deb?
needs to
What
She
do you
shut
gotta
think,
up.
learn
Debbie?
to. She got to learn to control her emotions. That's a big thing too with women. They have to know how to compartmentalize things because you got to be able to control those emotions and be able to have a clear mind of thinking. Because if you don't, you get emotional. You're gonna just start blurting out things. We can't do that because sometimes we over exaggerate when we get emotional. So she needs to really set back and go get some therapy and get some help. Like Aunt Debbie said, she need to start working on herself rather than just spewing out all these type of words and then you acting on pure emotion, start windmilling all through the internet streets and telling everybody that will listen because everybody is not your friend. You have to walk in this earth and know how to assess the situation before you even make a sound, give sound advice, even get speak, in an intelligent manner. And she have those qualities. She just have to work on them.
Mhm. Yeah. So what y'all think is wrong with this entire picture of those on there? Why are they picking with the millimeters? And they calling us deplorable and a whole lot of other names, but they're the
Yeah.
ones
Oh, and a
that
cult. Yeah, we a cult
yeah.
too. They say we a cult.
Every
They're reaching.
I
They're
mean,
just
come on, a
reaching.
cult,
Right.
really, a
Yeah,
cult,
they're
really?
reaching because they don't
Like
have
something's
nothing
wrong
else.
with
They
these
want to
people.
deflect.
And they're
Right. They
using the
want to
millimeters.
deflect.
They're using millimeters as the storyline anyway. They're using millimeters as a storyline because they hate that that Melody has all this support. They just hate it. They hate that Melody has all this support. People love her all over the world. People love
Yeah.
Melody, and they hate that. And they're going to do anything they can to try to cause rift between the millimeters.
You
Because
know
that's what
what?
they've been doing, trying to cause rift. And it's
The
not going to
reason why
work.
they're upset, the reason
It's
why
not
they
going to
are
work.
really upset, all
Yeah.
this class is sliding them right on their ass. And they know it.
Mm-hmm.
That,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you got you got professional women that are critical thinkers that can see right clearly through this BS that they got going on. And they upset about it. They mad because, like I said, you cannot turn a right into a wrong or a wrong into a right. You cannot convince full-grown adult women that have already lived a life and know what they, what their goals are, and have clear direction. You cannot fool anybody with the nonsense up there.
And
A
they're mad
lie,
too.
a lie can't stand against the truth. The truth don't need defended. It'll stand on its own.
And they're mad too because a lot of the stuff the millimeters predicted came true with Martell, Destiny, all the Scots, a lot of the stuff that the content creators who are millimeters talk about, a lot of what they said has came true. A lot of what they said are true.
Right.
The stuff they were saying about
I
Carlos,
think they're
true.
reaching. I think
The
they're
stuff they said,
reaching for
right.
anything, grasping at straws.
People hate to
Of
hear that
course
they're
they're
not
gonna,
important.
for anybody who pull up, oh, you're the cult. Because it's anti whatever they've been doing. So they're gonna attack that entity. Us, we pull up every time. No, like clockwork. We pull up. Millimeters unite, activate. Wonder Twins. They don't like that because
And
they know they can't get out from under all the effery they've been doing. They can't get out from under it.
And like Mel said, they created the millimeters. Melody said it on her live. They created the haters, created the millimeters who kept
Hey,
coming after her.
hold on. Let me hear from Debbie. Debbie, are you going live tonight or you already been live?
I'm going live at 5:30. I'm here.
It's, okay, it's 5:45 my time. You must be on
I'm on Central Time. It's 4:45 my time, so you might be an hour ahead of me.
Okay,
But,
yeah. Okay, hold on. Y'all hear that? Please support.
Yeah, we heard.
She always so supportive of everybody. Debbie gets gonna be so supportive. We gotta support her too. Okay, thanks, Debbie. I'm gonna follow you right on over there too. Okay, go on, Debbie.
My thing is this. Remember when this last fast we did with Mel? Well, she said it was going to be some new devils with different levels.
Right.
So that's all
right.
that is.
Right.
And if you pay attention, she been moving up. Fast and help. It helped us as well. But it didn't stop the devils.
No.
And they at new levels, they trying to infiltrate content creators, have y'all at discord with one another. You got to see that devil and move accordingly. Rebuke that devil away. That's all that is. She pointed all that out when we started the fast.
Sure
but you fast for blessings and to get closer to God and keep devils away. That don't mean the devils won't try.
That's right.
They just won't succeed. So, that's what devils do. They come to seek, kill, and destroy. If they see that the millimeters are in harmony, and if they find any weak link, they will try to get in and cause discord and start trouble. But we, as women, we have to unite together and rebuke that devil. If you're having a problem with one of your sisters, talk to each other behind closed doors. Don't bring it out to subscribers and arguing on YouTube. Talk about it in the DMs, Instagram, or however you met. Talk to each other and not other people. And that'll keep all that nonsense down.
Well, you know what, Debbie?
That's right.
Debbie, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but before I forget, that reminded me of that Kiki took a plane. The woman rode plane ride with this woman. She never said she was feeling a kind of way, even on a plane. She had all the opportunity to clear this stuff up. I would have cleared that shit up with Melody right away. Because even when she paid for her fare, but It's just not right how they treat Melody. All of them treat Melody like she a cash cow, and then they give them their ass to kiss.
But you got to
It-
understand, you got to look
Fact.
at the people. You got to look at the family. These people are used to doing that type of stuff,
exactly.
So that's just what they do. Melody is who she is. She didn't want to see the girl stuck in Houston. She bought her a ticket, and that was the right thing to do. You don't want to see nobody stuck somewhere. If you can help them, you're going to help them get home. You know what I'm saying? And that's what
Yeah.
she did. That's, people are who they are. And Melody see her for who she is. And she believes what she sees. And now she knows how to act accordingly. But I don't blame Mel. If she was stuck in Houston and I had the money, I would have got her back home too.
Yeah, me too.
I'd have did the right thing, because that's what God sees you to do, the right thing. Whether that person, whatever that person got going on, that's on them, not on you. So Kiki should have did the right thing, and she don't. If you look at the family, where she come from, them people don't look like they do right by nobody, not even each other.
Lord, that stuff that we were hearing, and Wanda was the oldest one on there. She was talking about this girl, the first baby, not her husband. Oh, it was terrible. But anyway, Gemini 1958 said Kiki is a fool, so busy trying to get back in the snot's good graces. There is nothing good about these sinful people. Nothing, just nothing. Kiki is cut from that same cloth. Happy Mel saw sooner than later. Game over. Yeah, she gave her pink slip out of her life.
Right.
Let me
Game
just
over.
what Greta Lee said. Let me read this from Facts BT. Like when Melody gave Destiny 3,000, she turned around and said she did not ask Mel for it. Oh, you talking about ungrateful. Now I was looking at getting back on Destiny. So we're talking about Destiny. She turned around and had to pay $5,000, to get out. What is $5,000 bond? I think that's
10%. Yeah, 10% of that. Yeah, 10% of that.
Yeah, and I like just say this, y'all, because we never did talk about it with me. With Hotel sit up there and lied to us. He lied. He said, what did he say? Hotel said that he went down there. Check this out now. He went down there, and guess what? I went down there and picked up a piece of paper, and they end up arresting me. Said I had a warrant out for me. That's what he said, right, y'all? But if we really look at it, all he did was did a copycat from Destiny. Destiny went down there and she had a dad waiting on her right there in that truck, just like I believe Marlene was out there already waiting on him. Marlene said, yeah, I was there in 2 minutes. That's what she said. So I figured that this, in my opinion, he went to turn himself in, not to pick up no paper. Because if y'all know, right there in Texas, he was screaming. Right there, he has screamed 2 or 3 times on Love and Marriage Huntsville that this woman had a arrest warrant on him. He knew that he knew. Oh, Queen, what you had dropped down? Come on back up, Queen. Yes, and then this mother right here. Was so disgusting to me, you guys. It was so disgusting when she sit up and said that she need to be woman enough. Why don't she handle her business? Then nobody just gonna arrest her baby's dad over a text message. This woman right here is a problem, y'all. Who I remember a while back when I said I wanted to write books, this young lady said, well, can you write about single women raising these boys? They never grew up to be men. This was back in like 2000. And so, every time I see Martell and his mama, I think about that book that girl asked me to write. So, yeah, we do need that. A lot of these mothers raising these boys, but they never become grown men. She don't never
Because
refer to him as a grown man. My boy, my boy. You're
But
good.
Marlene is just like a lot of the pygmishas that be there defending Martell. She just like the pygmishas that defend Martell on a regular. Oh, it was just a text message. He's a good guy. He's a good father. This, that, and the third. She just even Ariane is a younger version of Marlene. You know, at the end of the day, and that's why a lot of women like Marlene condone stuff that Martell do. They condone it because they've been with men just like that. Her, for instance. Martell's father, allegedly, in and out the prison system.
Yeah, yes.
Montez's father. Who knows what? Who knows? He might have been in the prison system too. I don't know.
Well, he
But
said, yeah, he said it. Yeah, he did say that. He said, yeah.
Montez's father too.
Yeah, he said that, yeah, that we
See,
had to raise ourselves. That's
this
what
is
he
why
said.
She like them
This is why
jailbirds.
women like these these women. This is why they condone men like Martell, because most of them are with or was with men like Martell. So they normalize the stuff that Martell do, because they are with men like him, like these pygmishas that coming after Melody saying, "Oh, Martell." They're home with Martells. They're home literally with Martells,
Hold
men that
on.
control them
Hold
and
on. I
everything
got
else.
a cash app.
Oh.
Kathy, thank you for the cash app. Thank you. Okay, go ahead on, Cheryl.
Yeah, so they're with men just like Martell. Women like that normalize this kind of stuff because they got men at
Mhm.
home that done cheated, ran around with other women, got babies on the outside of the marriage, outside of the relationship. They still with these men to this day.
Well, we
They're
see a
jealous of.
lot of that on Love and Marriage Huntsville. We see a
Yeah.
lot of that. Let me hear from Miss Sheila. I haven't heard from her in a while.
Yeah. What I like to say is that, you know, with when you got single mother, it ain't just the single mothers, because a lot of mothers have raised children, because they have lost their mate.
Mm-hmm.
So it comes in many different ways of being single
Mm-hmm.
parenting. Not
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
everybody is raised without fathers. I had my
Oh
father,
no.
but my father passed. My father
Mm-hmm.
passed when I was a teenager. I had a very close relationship with my father. He died like 2 days before my birthday. My grandmother, her husband passed and left her with 8 children. She had 4 sons. I have 4 sons. And I don't think so. It's the fact that when you tell your son, when you tell your sons, don't hold your sons accountable for the things that they do. If they're wrong, you got to call these boys up out on this stuff. And so you got to teach them good work ethics. You got to teach them how to treat a lady. So it's don't come from all the Marlenes of the world, because I'm not a Marlene. Now, my sons, they are workers. They've been working ever since they were 15 years old, because that's the first thing I'm going to make you do is get a job. When you're around the
Mm-hmm.
house, make these boys clean up and
Yes.
let these boys know
Mm-hmm.
that a woman is not supposed to do the laundry. You're supposed to get in there and help. Women are working just like you. It's called a teamwork, not just there's no when you're in a marriage, it's no one or me, it's a we thing. That you if you don't learn French, you better learn that word we.
Mhm.
So when you end up, and then them old men from back in the day tell these young boys when the men are there, oh, you got to become a man by sleeping with different women. Because I have
Right.
seen them
Yeah,
talk to
that's
men,
Yeah.
true.
talk to the young
Mm-hmm.
boys about sleeping with women instead of teaching them how to work, how to treat a woman. That's where
Mm-hmm.
all these problems come from. It does not come from single parenting. So some of these men are
Yeah.
deadbeat. You look at
Mhm.
what's that boy name, that Cannon boy that had all these babies all over the place, Future and them. You're creating divided households. You are disassembling families. You can't just make
Mhm.
babies because you got the money. You got to be there to nurture these boys, to give them some form of training, work ethics, and be there when they turn around, fall down, and help them. Look, you can get back up and do this. You need fathers like that to be hands on as well. So don't lay all this crap on the women, because that's not where this come from.
No,
Unless
you're right. You're right,
because
Sheila. You're right.
you find
You're
a few
right.
Marlenes. Marlene don't sit there. She was out there. Well, I tell my boy, if they picking on him and bully, you'll be playing together tomorrow. Instead of sitting there having a conversation with Martell and telling him how to go about things, how to treat people, he wouldn't be running rampant through there with them uncles of his, sleeping with everything, robbing everybody, and not holding him accountable and making him get a job or
Okay,
teaching or sitting.
hold it. Let me hear from Queen. I need to hear from Queen, and then I need to hear from Debbie. Okay.
I agree with Sheila 1000% because I have two sons and I have two older brothers. And the difference between how I raised my sons and how my mother raised my brothers, my mother was an enabler. She never, ever addressed their poor behavior until it got really serious and affected the family in a way like lawsuits, jail, stuff like that. And I was a very stern parent with mine, and I raised mine by myself until I got married to their stepdad. But he still did not really do a lot of disciplining because those were not his sons. Now, you can't just let boys do whatever they want to do. You have to be consistent and you have to tell them no. Even when you don't want to, you have to tell them no because they need to know boundaries. Boys are very like kind of flighty when they're growing up and trying to find themselves. And you got to keep them corralled in and focused on self respect. And then the rest will fall in line. And Marlene is none of that. Everything is armchair quarterbacking. If it don't directly affect me and I ain't got to babysit them children, I don't care. Marlene's very selfish. She's like a covert narcissist. So she's a bird too. Her priority was some man so she could fill the gap so she wouldn't have to work. A lot like what, we see the other women doing, So the apple don't fall far from the tree. Marlene was for the streets and so are her children.
Yeah. Okay. Let me hear from Miss Debbie.
Debbie went down. I think StreamYard knocked her down.
Oh, okay. She may be. She
I have to put the link back in or something. The link.
Okay. Well, let me hear from you then, Cheryl. Go on.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, here
and
she go. Hold on. I'm finna bring her back up. Here she go.
Okay.
Yeah, here she goes. Are you there, Debbie?
I'm here.
Okay. All right, go on. It's your turn.
Well, when it comes to Martell,
wait a minute. Hold on. After y'all, this gonna be the last. It's 2 hours. It's gonna be y'all finals, okay? And then we're gonna go over there. Well, I will. I can't tell y'all what to do. Over to Miss Debbie. Okay, go on.
When it comes down to Martell, he's seen men like his uncles and stuff. He seen what they did to women, and he thought that was all right. Martell has been leeching off women all his life, from his grandmother to his mother. And this is all he knows. And his life is showing that, because he by himself, he can't do nothing without male. That's why he antagonizing and bugging and trying to get back with her and all this kind of stuff, because he can't do nothing on his own. He don't know how to make his own way in life. But now he has to learn. He has to do or die. Do what you have to do. And he's lazy, and that's because his mama pet him all the time. She calling this grown man a boy. Something not right with that picture. When he was a boy, you should have had your brothers teach him how to be a man, a good man, a hard-working man, instead of letting him laying around and being what he is. So now this is all he knows. This is all he gonna be. So, Martell has to figure his life out just like everybody else. You got to figure it out. And he needs to do that and stop harassing males.
Right. Shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. And then too, do you know what get on my nerve? He's still running to his mom about he's being bullied. She didn't handle that when he was a kid, but all of a sudden she can handle being bullied by a woman, which is his ex. Yeah, he done again, mama, I just want her to quit bullying me. I sent that text to her with a screenshot on it because I want her to quit bullying me. She bullying me. Quit bullying me. This is a boy. This man headed towards 50 years old, y'all.
Yeah,
See?
it's that
And it's
transactional, that transactional blackmail that that's how he grew up. You know how older people sometimes, when we were little back in the day, if you don't stop, I'm gonna give you something to cry for. You know what I mean? That's the type of mothering that I see between the two of them now that she's older. And as once they get teenagers, they can overpower us as mothers. So you have to instill in them respect and not fear, because they're going to grow up to resent that and be resentful of women, hence how he'd been behaving like a pure demon. And well, I wanted her to stop bullying me, so I threatened her. Really? Really? You don't know that you can go to jail for that? That's why he
Let me
seems
do
so
what I
shocked
do.
that the zookeeper came and got him. You
Yeah.
never were
When
trained
acting,
properly. At
I,
being an
I
animal is
can't
not
help
a way
you.
to get
I
your
can
way.
help you what you're doing.
What is this? Hold on, hold on, hold
I'm
on.
gonna get somebody else. I see.
Hold it, y'all. Pinky, are you up here?
Yes, yes.
Okay, say something, Pinky. She finally got up.
Hi,
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 Miss
Miss
Pinky.
Pinky.
hey everybody. Thank you for letting me up on the panel. I was trying to get you so I can let y'all see this Karen that was acting a fool with me
Oh,
while I was
JC Penney.
at the store.
Oh, JC Penney's.
Yeah, she had to call somebody else to help me because she ran off acting a fool. I cannot help you. So I told the man, the lady HR, want to file a formal complaint. So that's what I did.
Okay, well, we're talking about mostly about Kiki, and I'm getting ready to end it. It's a little over 2 hours,
Okay.
and her friendship with Mel. What you think about it? Now, a lot of people are saying that she don't have authority to give her a pink slip, but they went over their head. I'm talking about in terms of asking people out of your friend circles. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Mhm.
I think Kishi. I think Mel used to use all the force and the her leverage that she got to get her off the show. To file a formal complaint. Well, there it goes again. But file a restraining order to keep that nemesis off from being on the show or being around her. And then if the rest I want to act approved, because that's what you got to do sometimes. You got to use somebody as an example. And if that takes Kiki and or that demon man, that demon boy, so be it. And let Carlos and the rest of them know that they're on notice. She got enough money to sit them in a courtroom for a long time and tie I'm sorry, to tie them up until they're not going to have enough money to fight her. That's the best way you can do it. Just tie them up in the courtroom. Sooner or later, they're going to have to throw their hands up and say, "I give up," or they're going to be sleeping in a cardboard box. And that's exactly what I would do. I'll play dirty. This time, you got to stop playing nice and being good sometimes. You can still be good, but treat the demons like they're demons.
Okay, let me hear from Queen. It's been a long time since I heard Queen voice.
Yeah,
Hi,
I agree.
Queen.
Hi, Pinky. How you doing? I hope you being safe out there.
I am Cheryl, Sheila, and everybody else.
Hi, Miss Pinky.
Yeah, but I agree with that. I believe in get chucking up the deuces when you violate me to a point, especially after I've opened my hands and arms to you and welcomed you into my life, my space, whatever, in a positive, uplifting way. And all you could do is trample all over me, and say, hey, you weren't this, you weren't that for me. You're not entitled for me to pay tutelage to your feelings. I'm not here to babysit the emotions of grown women. I'm here to try to bond and uplift, and we all can get there. There's enough room at the top for everybody. But like Mel said, I gave you a platform, you begged to be on the show, and this is what you did with your time. It's like being in preschool. I know Mel feel like she back in the classroom all over again with the babies. teaching while she was
Wow.
teaching.
Wow. Okay, who's next, Cheryl?
Well, listen, she had the opportunity. Like I said, she gave her platform to tell to speak about her recovery and what she could have done, or what she could do to help others that's dealing with addiction. But she chose to run to a content creator that don't like Melody, and she chose to go behind Melody's back. But she could have sat down and talked with Melody if she had any issues with Melody. And Melody already told her there's no gray areas. There's black and white only. She's not dealing with gray areas anymore. So it's not like she didn't know that. And like as far as Martell is concerned, you know, she laid down with a lot of men that weren't there for Martell. Because I gotta put it on the father. I'm with Sheila with this one too, because the fathers need to take responsibilities for why Martell the way he is. The father. Because he was the one who should have been around to
Did
teach
you
him
look
to
at
be a
him,
man.
Sam, or?
Wait a minute, Pink. Pinky, you talking? I can hear you. Who you talking to?
Okay, I'm so sorry.
All right, Miss Aaron. I'm gonna end this. Miss Aaron, you want to say something?
I just wanted to say about Tisha. With Tisha, I see, no matter how she try to have a clap back and stand up and be more aggressive in her tone, you still, she's not herself. She's still very insecure. She fumbles over her words. And I think that Tisha be well to set in a class, a self-help, a self-help class, because because it's almost like they pointed Marceau as the leader of their family, thinking that he's so smart when he don't know anything. He's a slick talking, slick street type of dude, used to using words and getting his way on the street. He sounds like a slick talking street pharmacist to me, and then trying to point, and try to have them underlying jokes.
Allegedly.
I said, well, allegedly. I didn't say he was. I said it sounds like he's one of those slick talking, boys on the street.
Yeah.
Type of person. And Tisha, she's not street savvy. No, she's like one of those homey girls that they stuck in the house and then teach her nothing and set her in the corner and then give her plates to hand out to the community and get her $1.25 and take it back to Wanda. And then Wanda running around here thinking that she's fly and she got all the answers. All of them are doing the whole show and people in itself a disservice. And with Kiki, like you said, they cut from the same cloth. There's no difference. Even though she have been raised in a different household, she still have those genes, and that's in her DNA, so to speak.
Yeah.
When she have those little quirks, and her mother sat on there, a housewife on all these years. And she didn't teach her much either. She didn't teach her much. I think she said she's a stay-at-home she's a housewife. That's what she had said. From what I heard on the one of the content creators, that's a millimeter. She was up there and she said that she was a housewife. And she was like, well, I try to tell Keisha, Keisha, you should go around and do it this way. But that's when she was starting to backpedal. But my thing is, Kiki should have been a little smarter than what she was. I'm not going to give her a pass on this because she should have scaled back and took care of herself, if anything. And I know they got good benefits when it comes to college professors and even her husband. So she should have took that advice. And I think her husband don't give her any money because he knows that she's going to squander the money because she don't look like she's good with money management skills at all. So that's my take, and I'm gonna just let you close it out, and we can go visit Aunt Debbie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go visit Aunt Debbie. I'm just gonna say goodbye to everyone. Thank you, Queen.
Bye.
Thank you, Sheila. Y'all, Aunt Debbie be
Thank you,
coming
Miss
on
Black
pretty
Titanic.
soon. Don't y'all forget to
Debbie.
go to Ain't That, and thank you too, Pinky. You tried. You finally made it up. But meet me at Ain't Debbie, Pinky. All right.
Thanks for having
Goodbye.
us.
Bye,
Thank you,
everybody.
Mama
Bye, bye,
Oma.
bye, Sheila.
Love
Bye,
you.
Yeah.
All right,
bye.
bye, Cheryl.
All right,
All
love
right,
you too,
Queen
Sheila.
Constance.
Bye. Bye,
All
bye,
right, love you too.
love you,
All
Kenny.
right. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Good
Good
night.
night.